Hey, I know you're built to succeed, but do you have challenges and negative thoughts that seep in sometimes? Maybe you're feeling a bit like an imposter in your business. If so, this episode is for you. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and grab the freebie that goes along with this training. So, stay tuned. I know my own experience of running and growing a business that I have challenges all the time where I run into imposter syndrome or these little negative thoughts that seep in. And all these things that are really not logical thoughts, but they naturally come up. There is this little narrative, a voice in the back of your head going, do you really, really deserve this? It's been something that I have been actively trying to figure out and overcome for myself, and so I thought I would share a video with you. There are daily habits that I have to make sure that I am always programmed for success, for positivity, and for really growing that growth mindset that you need to have as an entrepreneur. So these are the things that have worked for me, and they might just work for you. Before we dive in, and before we talk about these key habits, make sure you grab the freebie worksheets that go along with this training. I call it the Daily Sidekick Journal. You'll also find a big yellow button below this video if you're watching on my blog, and if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you check out the link in the description, and I'll go ahead and post it there. And if we aren't already connected, make sure you like and subscribe to this video. All right? Okay, so let's get right into the content. Okay, so daily habit step number 1 is the 90-day letter. And it's like affirmations on steroids, and it's one of the best things that I have ever done. It's such a brilliant idea for making your vision a reality. So what you do is say, today I sit down and I write a letter. This letter is going to be to myself as a version of myself that's 90 days from now. So basically it would be, Dear Michelle, in your business, you're now doing X amount of revenue per month, or whatever my goal is for what I want to be at in those 3 months. You can talk about your relationships, exactly how you want them to look. You can also talk about opportunities that you want to achieve in the next 3 months. And you can speak about them as if they're actually true, and if they've already happened, right? It's such a powerful exercise because it makes your vision and your thoughts and your goal in your dream a reality for you on a daily basis. And it's one of the first things that I need to read to myself every morning and when I go to bed, so that I stay grounded in that vision and it keeps me motivated on the path for what it is that I want to be achieving. If you like that idea, go ahead and let me know in the comments below. Tip number 2, or the second daily habit that I have that I practice every single day in my life, is the abundance practice. So when you're an entrepreneur, it's a funny thing that happens because you're going to say to yourself, when I hit 6 figures, everything's going to be perfect, or when I hit $1 million, everything's going to be perfect. But the reality is that with every new level that you hit, there's a new level, there's a new devil. And there's going to be things that come up. There's going to be things that come up for you. There's going to be mental hurdles for you. And one of the biggest things that's the most prevalent, and that's definitely has come up for me, is that you get the bit of scarcity mindset. And you think, oh my gosh, I could lose this all tomorrow. So I daily try to remind myself and stay in a place of abundance, meaning that there's always more, and that if there's always more room for growth. So the next thing I do is I am grateful. So every single night I write a gratitude journal. So in the morning I write about what it is that I'm proud of, and at night time I do a gratitude journal. What a gratitude journal is basically is, it's just saying that today I'm grateful for, and you start off with like one or two things. I started doing this in one of the hardest periods of my life, and it changed my whole mindset on what was going on, because at the end of the day, to be able to sit down and say that I'm grateful for this or for that, right? It grows into this list of like 20 things. You realize that there's so much that you're grateful for in your life. There's so much good and abundance in your life that all the other stuff, that junk that you're focusing on just really doesn't matter. Even if there's a really hard stuff going on in life. I've been there, but you can always, at the end of the day, by realizing that there's a lot to be grateful for as well. So what I want you to do right now is comment below this video with the one thing that you're proud of for yourself, or that you're grateful for today. And see how it kind of shifts you and shifts your feeling about yourself and about your business. And I want you to tell me more about that, and if you feel a little shift. And so the third thing is the solution strategy. I would say the biggest thing that differentiates successful people from people who are kind of stuck in their lives is figuring out solutions versus problems. And I really do feel like entrepreneurs are professional problem solvers. And so you have to be in the headspace, and how can I make this better? Because I've been through this where there's something that comes up. You know that crap can really hit the fan, right? And all at the same time as an entrepreneur. But when I feel like something is coming up, the only thing that makes it worse is when I dwell on that problem. The thing that makes it better is when I take a step back and I go, okay, this is actually an opportunity for me. How is there a solution to this that I can execute right now, or that I can have someone else execute for me? So really getting into the mindset of when a problem arises and not being paralyzed by it, instead looking for the solution and starting to move forward, as opposed to moving backwards or just getting stuck in the same spot. So when there are challenges, I just repeat it in my brain to find a solution. So these are 3 daily habits that I use to make sure that my brain space and my mental clarity is in a place of abundance and a place of success and a place of positive. Because the reality is, when you're running a business, you have a lot on your plate, right? If you're not in a good headspace, well, it's really hard to feel like you're going anywhere. So, want a free worksheet that will help you write your 90-day story? Good, because I made one for you. I call it the Daily Sidekick Journal. You'll find out all about this and more on my free worksheets I'm giving away on my blog. So just go ahead and go to michellestefferson.com, 3 daily success hacks. I'll leave a link in the resource section either above or below this video, wherever you're watching this. If you're watching this on my blog already, there's a big yellow button below this video that you can click and get that resource with the free worksheets, so you can write your 90-day story and get the clarity you need to discover your inner power. So did you like this training? I hope you did. I hope you got value. Regularly, I post brand new content at michellestefferson.com and also on my YouTube channel. So consider subscribing if we're not already subscribed and connected. If you like this video, Also, make sure you drop me a comment below and let me know if there's one of these tactics that you're going to use. Let me know in the comment section below and share it. If you think this video can help anyone else that you know as well. Maybe you have somebody that needs the clarity and maybe they don't know how to rid themselves of the imposter syndrome, and you want them to get that information, which is most important. See you on the next training at michellestefferson.com.